Sometimes, a headline doesn't just show up. It drops, like a signal that something bigger is moving behind the scenes. And right now, that moment has arrived again. A new economic direction has been announced. A shift that could influence how money enters the system, how revenue is managed, and how the average American might feel these changes in the months ahead. And instantly, people everywhere start wondering, okay, what does this actually mean for me? For my job, my bills, my savings, my future? And that's exactly why we're here. Because behind every massive announcement, behind the speeches, the plans, the numbers, there's a quieter story. A story about how it reaches real people, real households, real everyday choices. So today we're breaking it all down, clearly, calmly, so you can understand the moving parts, the hidden shifts, and the practical steps the general public can think about. Starting now. Let's get into it, because what's coming next might be bigger than most realize. Most people see the headline, but the real change, the kind that shapes daily life, usually happens quietly. Right now, the country is discussing adjustments to revenue structures, possible shifts in tax strategy, and a long-term financial approach aimed at strengthening national stability. It's the kind of planning some countries use to protect future generations, a structural shift, not a small tweak. But here's where it becomes real. These changes never stay on paper. They turn into actions. Actions turn into reactions. And reactions eventually reach everyday life. Businesses begin planning ahead, tightening, expanding, shifting their spending. Investments respond, sometimes cautiously, sometimes aggressively. Savings patterns shift, because confidence and caution rise and fall with the news. And finally, households feel the results, whether through opportunity or through pressure. For many families, the biggest question isn't the technical explanation. It's much more personal. How will this affect my month, my expenses, my plans? And that's exactly why awareness matters. Because whenever a major financial transition begins, two groups emerge: those who are surprised and those who are prepared. The people who stay informed, who understand how these shifts translate into daily life, are always the people who navigate change with confidence. The first question everyone asks during a national financial shift is, where is the money coming from? And the truth is, major plans usually draw from multiple places. New revenue strategies, adjustments within certain economic sectors, internal restructuring, long-term reallocations designed for stability. But here's the part most people don't see. Businesses feel the shift first. Markets feel it next. Households feel it last. And the signs appear quietly. Slight price movements, spending behavior changes, corporate hiring adjustments, market reactions, investment repositioning, interest rate sensitivity. Most families don't notice these early signals because they don't show up at the checkout counter right away. They begin in the places the public doesn't usually track, in boardrooms, in quarterly reports, in market data, in industry strategy. But make no mistake, when companies adjust, people adjust. When markets shift, savings shift. And when the financial environment moves, every household eventually feels some part of that movement. That's why this moment matters. Not because anything needs to be feared, but because early awareness gives families the chance to understand what's moving and why, so they can make smarter choices before changes appear at home. When the economy begins shifting, even slightly, the most powerful tool any household has is awareness, not panic, not confusion, just calm, steady awareness. And right now, the smartest moves for everyday Americans are simple, practical, and effective. Stay flexible. Watch how prices are trending. Reduce unnecessary debt where possible. Look for new opportunities as markets adjust. Build small safety cushions where you can. Pay attention to financial news, not emotionally, but strategically. Because change doesn't only bring pressure, it brings openings. New job trends, new investment opportunities, new earning possibilities, new ways to position your household on stronger ground. And here's the truth. When big transitions happen, the families who remain calm, informed, and proactive always end up in a better place than those who react late. Small steps, taken early, make a big difference later. This moment isn't about predicting the future. It's about preparing for it, with clarity, not fear. As this new direction unfolds, one thing is absolutely clear. The world is shifting. The economy is moving. Money is flowing in new patterns. And staying still isn't an option anymore. Every American, no matter their background, deserves to understand what's happening around them. Not to panic, but to prepare. Not to stress, but to adjust with confidence. Because financial preparation doesn't come from fear, it comes from awareness. So as the months ahead bring new changes, stay informed, stay alert, stay engaged with the world around you. Because the more you understand, the better you protect your future. If you want clear explanations like this, the real breakdowns, the hidden details, the straightforward truth about what actually matters, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll keep watching the shifts so you can keep moving smart.